Hello everyone and welcome to the channel. So, most of you probably already know, but yeah, Pathos has been open sourced. I felt like I should make a video about it to set the direction from here on out and to really just explain my reasons for open sourcing in more detail. So, basically, after completing most of the engine, I felt like I was sitting on something that wasn't just useful for the game that I've been working on. It's a game that I've been working on since 2009, but also really because a lot of people in the community could use this. I felt like open sourcing it was the next logical step. People were already interested in it. It's an alternative to Half-Life. It doesn't hold any license code from the SDK, so basically there's nothing about it in terms of licensing, anything like that, that would cause issues with Valve. You can base your engine off of it, and yeah, there really shouldn't be any issues. So I released a small demo on my GitHub. It's just really some content, textures from Nightwatch, a few test levels, documentation that should help you get started with the engine. I am going to add some more documentation as time goes on. I want to add more setups for entities too. That means more test levels to help people see how the engine works, how the features work, because not all is covered right now, but by the demo levels. I also want to create a description for the entities in the documentation so that people actually know what to do with them. Okay, so the credits list in Pathos is, I know it's not complete. I said this in the README as well, and I'm gonna say it now that I don't know where all the all the resources came from, so I mostly relied on Nightwatch textures, I believe, and some second-hand props, some other models, and some other textures that were also second-hand, and I don't really know where they came from. So I tried to credit everybody that I knew, but if you see something that belongs to you and you want to have your name in the credits, then please just alert me and I will modify the credits list. If you find something that's yours and you're not in the credits list, I'm sorry about that. It wasn't intentional. I just had poor bookkeeping over the how many? Like 15 years since this has been in development. Okay, so basically what my plan is from here on out is to support the engine, to maintain it. I don't have any plans to add any more new features. I don't want to add any more effects. I think that what I have is kind of a middle ground between gold source and source. It's not perfect, but it's good enough, and I hope that those who will pick it up, take a look at it, will find it useful. I hope, at least. If you have any issues, please report them on the GitHub. I will try to take a look at it, fix it. But Pathos is, the open source version of Pathos is not my primary project. I really have my fingers in a lot of pies, and I can only afford so much time to it. Anyway, I'm not gonna mention any names, but I am aware that Valve themselves took a look at the Pathos source code, and basically they concluded that while the code is similar, because I was referencing the SDK to create my own custom version, I did not lift any code from there. wherever I could, I wrote the code to be far better than everything that was in the SDK. So yeah, I don't think that there's gonna be any issues on the license part on this matter. So really, I just hope that people find a good use for it. Also, let me mention that as far as a level editor is concerned, we are not planning to release any hacked or modified versions of Hammer, because I would prefer not to get in any issues with Valve. Although I know that other editors based on the 2003 leak have released and they didn't have any issues, I would prefer not to tread that ground if possible. I just don't think it's a good idea. So me and a friend of mine have been looking at Trenchbroom as an alternative. It looks pretty good actually, and we're actually enthusiastic about moving over to Trenchbroom. But first, it does need a few features that are missing right now. For example, the custom model format is something that we want to implement in Trenchbroom. It's a much faster alternative to gold source models. But yeah, for now I would just say go into the docs folder in the repository. It will tell you how to still include model geometry data inside your gold source models, the MDL files that Pathos still uses. They are not modified from the format used by Half-Life, so that means that editors like the Valve Hammer editor or Jack can still load them, and you can still map for Pathos. The only drawback I can think of is that your models will not have vertex weights in Jack, but I don't think that really matters. And of course they can't make any use of the high resolution textures that are loaded by Pathos. So yeah, those are the options right now. I don't think it's going to be a big issue, but as I said, we are looking at alternatives. It really depends on how much time I have to add things like this. It's just that life is busy. I have other things to deal with. So on closing remarks, I would say that I just hope that people find a good use for Pathos. I hope that for a lot of people it will provide the relief that they were looking for when it comes to gold source. I know that not just me, but a lot of other people were impacted by the recent updates that Half-Life got that broke a lot of mods, some custom renderers, and overall I know that people have gone to extreme lengths, including me back a few years back, to keep their mods working on gold source despite all the limitations. So yeah, I think that's my kind of finishing thoughts on Pathos open sourcing. It's really nice to see that people have found a good use for it already. A lot of people seem excited. I think that alone makes it worth it. It's really nice to see that there's such an immense positive reaction to it. It really makes it worthwhile, in my opinion, to have open sourced it. So if you have any issues, if you discover any issues, please just go to the GitHub page in the description below and log any issues. When I have the time, I will take a look at it, try to fix it, and it will be delivered in a commit. Until later, I just wish you all a good day, and I hope you find it useful. Thank you for watching this video. Take care.